What's up, everybody? How are you doing? Good morning. Welcome to the ReCoop. We're back. The Daily Show has become every other daily show, every other day show, every other daily show. Oh, man. I'm trying to adjust, folks. I'm trying to make this happen. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make it work. Real quick. Look, this is the deal. I'm on the West Coast. I have to wake up at 4:30. You guys know this. I've complained about that sufficiently. Everybody, including everybody that lives in my house, knows that this is my fault. I'm the one that decided to do this. I'm the one that said, hey, you know what would be a good idea is for me to do my show before anybody in my house wakes up when the market's open. But the issue would become that, okay, so fine, I'm waking up at 4:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. But in my house, I have to wake up also at Saturday, and I actually have to be the one to wake up on Saturdays and Sundays. So I'm getting up with the kids because I have children at 7 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. So Monday through Friday, 4:30. There's just no relief. You know what I mean? I need the relief, and it's not even about the relief. It's about all the other shit I have to do. So anyways, I'm going to try out this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday thing. So far, it was fantastic. I did the show Monday. I could relax Monday night. I can prepare on Tuesday. And now I'm here on Wednesday. So it's good. I'm feeling good. And, am I feeling good? Actually, this morning, before we dive into all the news, I had some brain fog. You know what I mean? It's one of those mornings where I'm like, oh, that's a fantastic idea. And then 2 minutes later, I'm like, what the hell was that fantastic idea? What's going on in the chat? How you guys doing? Start later. How much for a 40-year-old virgin waxing scene recreated? What are you guys talking about? Yeah, move to Alabama and do it at 8. That would be so good. Oh my God. These people that can do this, it's an unfair competitive advantage. You know what I mean? I got to do this at 6 while some, asshole in Jersey can do it at 9. I don't know why I picked on Jersey. I lived in New Jersey. Maybe it's because I lived there. Probably better reason than most to pick on a place is because you lived there. I lived at right outside the Newport Pavonia Mall. Anybody know that mall? Every day I'd wake up, I'd walk through snow, then I'd walk through a mall, I'd go on the PATH train, and I'd go to Manhattan. And I'd think, shit, I should live here and not in New Jersey. Okay. All right, guys. So Philadelphia, Sheck, there we go. I've been to anti-Jersey. The ReCoop is an anti-Jersey show. I'm not anti-Jersey. Come on. Smash the like button. Do all the things. Newport cigarettes. I used to smoke those a little bit. I didn't smoke Newports, but I mean, I have smoked Newports. I never smoked Newports. I smoked, what did I smoke? Camel Lights for a bit and Parliament Lights. I smoked Parliaments and Camels. That's what I smoked. Camel Crush. I do think that Camel Crush was better. Shout out to Newports. You know what? It was all a vibe thing. Newports weren't because I liked them. It was because it seemed to go well with my 40. You know what I'm saying? All right, Sheck. Nice, Vince. The Delaware Valley contingent is getting pretty big right now. I'm going to be in Connecticut on a world tour. Just kidding. Visiting in-laws next month. So I'll be taking a couple weeks off. I'll be in Connecticut. If you're in that area, it seems unlikely, but maybe I can meet up one of those nights. I don't know. Hang out. Talk about how great everything is. Did you guys realize that in 2022 crypto had one of the worst years? Obviously, FTX, Celsius, Voyager, Luna. What else? It goes on and on. Three Arrows Capital, whatever you want. You can point to as terrible this year. Obviously, Bitcoin has had a bit of a run, but the SEC really got motivated to try to crush it. They sued Coinbase, Binance, Bittrex, Kraken, all the big exchanges. And here we are, all of us, like, well, it's not the bottom. It's not, after all that shit, we're still not at the bottom. We need CZ to be executed in the public square and tether to I don't know, sleep Paolo, or however you say his last name, to sleep with Amal Clooney, and then George Clooney to execute the head of Tether in a fit of rage, and then we can call the bottom. I don't know what I'm talking about. All I know is that it does eerily look like Binance is trying to defend the BNB $220. Remember FTX and the FTT token defending 22? I think Caroline even went on Twitter and said, we'll buy all of your FTT for $22. And now there seems to be a major fight happening for BNB at 220. Could that be the point where the house of cards falls, folks? I hate to spread FUD because I don't know, but there is enough smart people that we'll look at today that are talking about that. It's a concern. So we're dealing with really, is CZ going to get arrested? And is Binance going to collapse? Because if those things happen, and then Tether, who knows about Tether, right? They've been talking about that for a while. That seems actually fine, but who knows? And then we can find the bottom. But look, I've been in this long enough to know when people are saying crypto is dead, that is usually a good time to, it's usually not dead. I think investing in general, I think when people call things dead, unless it's actually dead, it's not dead. It's at the bottom. So we're definitely getting close. I just don't think we're there yet. And we wish the bottom was Bitcoin 25,000. I haven't looked at prices at all today. I know the Fed meeting is today. CPI came in cool. It's been trending down. It's trending down. I think the core CPI is pretty sideways, but CPI in general is trending down. So we're looking at a Fed meeting today. The interest rate decision is announced today. And I think that they're going to pause. They've indicated strongly that they're going to pause, and probably the verbiage is going to indicate they may raise rates again in July. So this is going to be like a pause and assess for June, and dangle the possibility that they continue to hike in July. I think that that's what we're getting. They seem pretty good at indicating what they're going to do. And I think they're careful not to completely and utterly rock a market. And I believe them raising interest rates today would rock the market. And I doubt that that's what they're going to do based on what they've said. But yeah, good news is for 2024. Yeah, the Bitcoin halving. Look, I'm not gone. I'm building. You'd be. Look, this is not a financial advice, but to me, okay, I'll speak just for myself. I'm a little careful these days, folks. I want to be more careful because, I just want to be more careful. But it doesn't matter. For me, if I'm going to hang out for the last 3 years, and I'm going to do fine, I've built positions, it's okay. But it's if I'm going to be there for that, and for you to kind of get excited about it when there was all the euphoria and the lead up to the euphoria, and to leave now would be such a weak move, because if you believe in this stuff, you got to find your positions. Doesn't mean you don't pivot within the industry and start to figure out where you think the winners are going to be, and change your thesis if you have reason to do that, of course. And also diversify different types of things. Maybe, your portfolio shouldn't look like Algo, Near, VeChain, eGold, or whatever the hell that thing's called now, Multiverse X, and Solana. Maybe you should have some Bitcoin in there. Maybe you should have whatever, some Link, or, different types of things. But whatever, who cares? What am I doing, man? I told you, quitting is for hoes. That's what Algobama says. Don't be a hoe, guys. I'm sick and tired of my audience acting like a bunch of hoes. Should we Should we look at the news? What do you guys think? How are you guys? Oh, snap. How did Coop get access to my portfolio? Yeah. Weird Flex is like, I've got some Near, I've got some Algo. He's like, I'm collecting all of the coins that Gary's trying to kill. Oh, Weird Flex. Stop it. Okay, we're good. We're going to be good. Everything's going to be fine. We're great. We're great. All right. I'm going to look at CNBC and we're going to see what the news is. What I think PPI is here. Did that happen today? Let's see. A little tired this morning. I think that's going to be a down of doing it every other day, is because then I can stay up a little later on a day and then I can sleep in a little later. Screws up my sleep because last night I had a hard time getting to bed at 9:30, 10. I had to get to bed at around 11. And I'm sleepy today. A little sleepy. All right, Jesus. I sometimes worry. I'm like, okay, so the people that watch my show know who I am, but what if you were a brand new person and I'm like a little bit sleepy? Like, oh yeah, no wonder I can't grow this damn thing because I'm an idiot. All right, guys. All right, here's everything here's everything the Federal Reserve is expected to do on Wednesday. I think I just told you what they're expected to do. Like, let's be honest, but I'll let CNBC tell you. The Federal Reserve on Wednesday is expected to take a break and skip another interest rate hike. All right, so he's going to take a cautious tone and not rule out future increases, like I said. All right, that's boring. I'm not going to sit here and read to you what I just told you. All right. France wants to ban Twitter, but wants Elon to build a Tesla factory. Man, look at Tesla. Oh, damn it. I have two major regrets, guys. I have to, because I'm not really managing my stock portfolio. I'm just like, okay, just freaking just let it ride. But I'm a little pissed that I didn't, because I wanted to buy Tesla at 105 and I wanted to buy Palantir at $7. Probably would have been better than buying Bitcoin at 20 or whatever I did. All right, let's keep on going. Actually, those weren't the same time frame, so it doesn't make that, what I just said doesn't really make sense. But I've just been focused on crypto is what the point is. Okay. What a wonderful decision. AMD at 80 too. AMD at 80 looked attractive to me. Palantir's at 6. Doesn't matter. Crypto is for the gains and the things that you're going to get. Just kidding. That's humor. All right. CNBC, you are boring as fuck. Wasn't there, I thought that the PPI, who cares? Shell is boosting their dividend by 15%. All right, let's go to Bloomberg. If I ever just forget what to say, I'm just going to start acting like Devin. That's what I'm going to do from now on. Fed set to pause rate. Okay. So I don't know. PPI declines, signaling easing in supply side inflation. So I was right. Huh? Why do you hate us? Why are you apologizing to me? Why don't you have the page? The Citadel guy anticipates a recession. Instapot files for bankruptcy. Oh my God. How boring is the news? Like, look at this. I'm not even like, I can't even pretend to care. Okay, so there's this news. Oh, guy, I have that queued up. I must have that queued up. That article about this judge, the SEC versus Binance, and the judge being like, so wait, what's the difference between a digital asset and a digital asset security? And she kept on asking this, apparently. I didn't see it, but I read about it. She keeps asking this. And then at the end, she's like, well, nobody seems to want to tell me what the difference is. Like this woman, Amy Brennan, was real frustrated with the SEC. And she's like, well, have they started to do the thing that you're trying to get, seize all their assets and cause all these problems? Are they doing the thing that you're worried about? And they're like, well, no. She's like, well, what are we talking about? Like, figure it out. You guys aren't even that far apart. The SEC, and then there's, all you have to do is go on to Twitter and you can see all of the hypocrisy. It's just, they act like there's so much clarity, but they're in court and the literal judge is asking them, how do you differentiate between just a digital asset and a digital asset security? They can't say it and they won't say it, but then they walk out and say, well, we've made it very clear. The existing rules apply to all of it because everything other than Bitcoin is a security, except for we're going to name only a very few on these exchanges. It's just like they act like it's not confusing. It's crazy. It's really ridiculous. But you guys know that already. All right. We're okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, what is this saying? Because we're going to look at this. Binance's BNB token pairs a slump that spread angst across crypto. BNB has risen for 2 days after hitting the lowest since 2022. An SEC lawsuit has raised questions about Binance's outlook. The native token of Binance has snapped a slide that stoked nervousness among digital asset investors. BNB has gained about 8.5% over the past 2 days to 243, whereas an index of the largest is little changed. The token sank about 25. So they're defending this. There's a whole scheme that they're being accused of, which CZ called FUD. The agency also said BNB is one of a raft of unregistered securities. The token is crypto's fourth largest with a market value of $39 billion. It's crazy. Users get discounts on trading fees, and the success of the coin and Binance are seen as intertwined. That sounds a lot like a security. Binance's responses to the SEC lawsuit have helped to steady BNB, but there are risks ahead as the U.S. Department of Justice could follow up with charges. Rejecting speculation. Twitter was rife with speculation that Binance sold its own holdings of Bitcoin and stablecoins, tokens that are meant to have a constant $1 value, to raise funds. Well, not Bitcoin, but that's okay. To raise funds for use in propping up BNB's price. A Binance spokesman rejected the speculation, saying that the company didn't make any such sales to generate funds. Do they know that CZ is not a spokesperson? What are we talking about? Binance have not sold BTC or BNB. We even still have a bag of FTT. Like, why is he bringing up FTT? It is amazing they can know exactly who sold based on just a price chart involving millions of traders. The SEC accused Binance. Okay, so this is just just kind of a bad look at this thing. So we'll skip it. All right, Bloomberg. I'm not impressed. Okay. All right, the market is the same. XRP got pushed down. It had some hype. If you were longing XRP, thinking it was going to moon because of the Hinman emails, that's another thing we'll talk about today. We'll talk about the Hinman ETH gate, all that crap. The preferential treatment that the XRP people think that ETH has been given, and the fact that the Hinman explicitly says, okay, well, we think that Ethereum is sufficiently decentralized, but I'll call Vitalik and double check. And then they go sue XRP and basically put on record that Ethereum is not a security, making it very difficult for the SEC to do what it wants to do, which is great. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, I think. All right. Okay. Bitcoin price throwback suggests potential for a rally to 37,000. Yes, please. That'd be fun. Someone flash loan $200 million from MakerDAO to make $3 profit. Well, at least they didn't lose anything. Seems like an odd move to put $200 million at risk for $3. It's probably a mistake. Shouldn't be an article. I did see that a dormant wallet, Ethereum wallet, sent what 150,000 Ethereum to Coinbase, Ether to Coinbase. That's not great. Can we talk about the fact that MetaMask and Ethereum are the gateway to crypto? They're known as the most popular wallets and the most popular blockchain for all of these wonderful things that Web3 promises to deliver. And it is a nightmare user experience. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about the fact that we're supposed to be onboarding people that know absolutely nothing about this industry? And they're supposed to manage a MetaMask wallet where even the most experienced people in this space get tricked into giving away all their money. Can we talk about that kind of security? Jesus Christ, does that need to get better? I've been dealing with MetaMask recently, more, and it's just like, it's got to get better. It's funny. There's a guy that walks down my street all the time. Walks down my street. He's always walking, but he got sick, right? And I've seen this guy for years, and I've over the years become friendly with him, and I talked to him, and he got real sick, and now he's recovering, and so I talked to him a little bit more now. And yesterday, he showed a big interest, wanted to know about me, and then I decided to tell him about Coopcoin. And then his reaction to cryptocurrency was so negative, right? I mean, obviously, it's a hard sell if somebody's already negative about cryptocurrency for me to tell him about Coopcoin. But the point is that I explained to him it was making fun of things like meme coins and all that stuff. It was intended to satirize that, and it's just kind of exploded completely outside of my control. But he hates cryptocurrency, right? And I'm like, and he's like he doesn't even, but he hates it, but he doesn't even actually know how to do the most basic thing, like pronounce Dogecoin. Like it's like dog, not even dog, like Doge coin or something like that. He doesn't even know the name of it. And then he's just like, well, how does any money get, how does any of this even worth anything? And then I'm like explaining to him, decentralized exchanges and liquidity pools and, all that stuff. And he's just like, his mind is being blown as I'm talking about all of these different tools that are out there. And he actually started to kind of be like, wait a second. Like he understood nothing. All he knew, it was stupid. And all he knew is, I told him about the Devin videos and they're on Twitter. All he knew was Twitter was bad. Crypto was bad. And he had no idea how any of it worked. So I don't know why I just said that. Oh, it's just because, why did I say that? I guess MetaMask. But I guess my point is that we have a lot to do to onboard other people into this industry. And it's not going to happen right now. Right now, it's, the task is fighting for its existence with a very, very overreaching SEC that wants to destroy it and wants to piggyback and wants to weaponize people's ignorance, like, my friend on the street. And, like Elizabeth Warren's crypto army. Okay. I'm a mess. Like I definitely have, I have brain fog today. I wish I had something to blame it on. I'm not even hungover. But there's years of being hungover. Maybe it's just, like you're starting to break your brain, bro. Your brain is starting to break. Like that's just it. Big news. I'm getting a haircut today. I don't know why I said that. Okay. Binance goes to court against the SEC. All good. We talked about that a little bit. All right, Coin. I mean, the news is boring. Is it just me? All right. Pepe, Jesus. It's like, I don't understand why people hate it. Grab Coin. Terra Classic. Yeah, is that pumping? Oh, geez. Oh, jeez. Oh, Jesus. All right. Let's see. That's like a really bad Bill Burr right there. Oh, Jesus. I know that's really bad. Oh my God. All right. Bitcoin sitting exactly where it has been sitting. This feels like it wants to break down. But I'm sure, if they pause, I don't understand why the market isn't anticipating, or maybe it already has. But yeah. Okay. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are basically at the same exact place that they've been for a while. Like that article said, BNB has bounced back from the 220 lows that seemed well defended. XRP has been pushing down, but it didn't get the bump that they were hoping for. But I mean, any day now, right? Any day now. Cardano's not doing great. Nothing's doing great. Obviously, named in the lawsuits. I feel more of an affinity for Cardano. Some of the other ones, I appreciate that community. I think that it's good that they have a charismatic leader that is able to communicate it, even though he's hated by so many. Polygon has obviously been wrecked down to 65 cents. We haven't seen those prices in a long time. Solana at 15. Litecoin's been glued to 77 for the past few days. My buddy Dot has been pushing up. That 425 buy the other day was pretty good, looking good. Probably going to be eating those words next week. Can't get too excited about any of your DCA. Chainlink, another one I'm interested in. That hit, I think, 3-year lows over the weekend at $5. I know a lot of you are into Hedera. They basically replaced Algorand up here in this 30 area. We sat here with ICP, Filecoin. It used to be in this area, ICP, Filecoin, and Algorand. But now it's in Lido, and now it's Hedera is up there. Aptos has got totally wrecked. Quant. Algorand buddy AJ from BitBoy Crypto seems to really like Quant. VeChain going through it. I feel for that community. Their biggest NFT marketplace, I think they're leaving. They're going to stop working on I don't know a lot about this, so excuse me if I'm getting shit wrong, but VC, the guy that created that is like, it's bleak. The people, I think the rumor is that he got rejected for a position possibly, and he's lashing out. And now he's saying that he's not going to do this anymore. He's not going to do VC anymore. And it's left that NFT community in shambles. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but all I know is that from what I've seen, the VeChain NFT community is full of a bunch of good dudes. So if Gary wasn't, kicking Algorand in the balls, it would be the potential to grow the NFT community. But Gary has his size 7s directly on Algorand's nuts. See what I did there? I said Gary has small shoes, small feet. All right. Near is getting totally wrecked as well, joining the party, down to 39, like our buddy Algorand at 119. It was holding 2 pretty hard for a long time. Now it seems like it wants to test 1. And there we go. Algorand's actually climbing back up. It had fallen out of the top 50, which was pretty epic. But it's actually up. It's actually green, looking, trying to take 12, kind of, 11.5 cents, down 12% last week. Could be worse. EOS. People still care about EOS. I don't. Do you? I know some of you care about Phantom. Tezos, Stacks. There you go. Stacks. I was really upset. I was really, really regretted not buying Stacks at 28 cents. Is it headed back to me? Will I buy it the next time? It's the question. All right. There we go. How's the volume? Volume's terrible. Look at that volume. Terrible. Terrible volume. 10 billion. 4 billion for Ethereum. That's really bad for the middle of the week. XRP volume's high. Yeah, man, that decision's huge, isn't it? And it's coming anytime. Yeah, dot volume. All right. You guys are seeing all this, right? I'm okay. 49 was. I just want to make sure that you guys are like, damn it, Knox. Do you have any good news? XRP, huge bullshit. All right, coming back. All right. Oh, well, you can tell what I was looking at. All right. Look at that. Ordinals. I don't even know what that one's about. John Woods coin. They gave me a bunch. They gave me a bunch of the John Woods coin, but it's kind of like holding me hostage, right? Like you give me a bunch of this stuff. What am I going to do? Sell it? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Just hold it for you? I don't understand. I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to hurt the project. But they seem like I don't know. I don't know anything about John Woods coin. I don't know anything about the team. Nobody knows anything about the team. All right, chips. Yeah, I mean ASAs are hurting. Opulus 8 cents. Like, this was sitting at 15 cents for a while. Coopcoin over 7 cents. Dang. I don't want to talk too much about this, but TVL is almost 200,000. Market cap is almost 1.4. The volume's down, but it's still pretty good for a joke. Yeah, look at that. Cool. Why is this? Look at that candle. Who the hell was that? Who did that? Guy named Tom. And then the guy named Turkey. And then a guy named Mark. All right. We know everybody, I guess, is my point. Okay. Well, there you go. Coop over 7 cents. Haven't seen that in a bit. Interesting. Cool logo. If you guys, you can't click on it. But if you guys don't know, now you know. This is done by Block Runner by most Coop-related graphics. He's a beast, a huge contributor to the ReCoop, that intro that you watched this morning, the logo that you see on the screen, all of the things done by Block Runner from Flemish Giants. He's also the artist behind the Fractal Tamers. Are you guys paying attention to Fractal Monsters, by the way, on Algorand? Are you guys paying attention? Those dudes, I want to say something about Fractal Monsters while we're here looking at Block Runner's work. Not that Block Runner is, I guess, all that affiliated with Fractal Monsters, but they're all friends, and maybe he is. Maybe he does have a stake in it. I have no idea. But he did make he's the artist behind the Tamers. But my point is that, look, it's a very difficult environment right now. And right now, it's going to be the teams that actually believe in what they're building and can pivot and adjust to the current climate, right? And if you look at what Fractal Monsters is doing, they're doing exactly that. I'm sure they ran into a lull on the project and they're like, shit, people aren't keeping their monsters active. The engagement's low. Like, what are we doing? And then they pivoted. They picked up a huge bag of Pepe. They picked up some Coop. They started to add additional incentives. I can guarantee is getting new people using Fractal Monsters, is getting existing people that kind of fell off back battling, earning their Pepe, waiting, looking for the boss so they can earn some Coop. So that team is consistently impressive. And I'm even more impressed now to see how they have pivoted in this terrible market and on a platform, on a protocol that is getting completely wrecked by size 7 shoes directly to the balls. Like I said earlier, sorry if you have size 7 shoes. I'm being a jerk to people with small feet. I have size 14s, guys. Like, you know what they call that in comedy? They call that punching down. It was so funny. I saw a post from Michael Arrington from Arrington Capital, and it was a girl doing like a rich lady impersonation. And I was like, God, I know this girl. I've been I took a class with this girl. She's so funny. Her stand-up. If you go scroll through Arrington's stuff, you can watch her thing. Really funny stand-up, but and nice girl, but or lady or woman or whatever. But anyways, the point is, Fractal Monsters is a fantastic project that they are continuing to pivot and to create reasons for people to participate, even in the bear and with sentiment so damn low. All right. So Vestige, and Vestige is another one of those Algorand projects that is continuing to evolve, is staying like in touch with what the community is interested in, wants. I mean, look at this. Have you guys seen this? You can Coopify your chart. Come on, dude. What are we doing? I love it. I love it. Look at that picture. I mean, so funny. My mom would go crazy because she always talks about how handsome I am. And it's like she would not understand why I would ever present myself in that way. Well, mom, it's because I don't give a shit. All right. So, all right, gold. How you doing, gold? Let's move on. Gold is bouncing back. Definitely fallen under 2,000. I guess inflation cooling isn't good news for gold, but still, there's some jump. Anyways, it's green, but it's down a couple of percent over the last month. Silver's probably the same. 24 bucks. That's even been more steady than gold, around 24, 25 bucks. Cool. Here we go. So I mentioned ETHgate. I think that's something we could talk about. Let's talk about what XRP is upset about. So here is the Bill Hinman email to all of these people. Ether speech. Attached, please find a draft of the speech I had mentioned, which suggests that we do not need to see a need to regulate Ether as it is currently offered as a security. That language is in brackets and would be used if we are all in agreement. We also have a call with Buterin later this week to confirm our understanding of how the Ethereum Foundation operates. And if you think, there's all this speculation that Hinman was going rogue, but then the current chairman of the SEC, Jay Clayton, repeatedly endorsed Hinman's analysis that Ether was not a security, that crypto projects could, over time, become sufficiently decentralized. There was a process that to where, there could be a sale, there could be all different types of things in the beginning, but over time, if it reaches enough different, if it's not centralized, if somebody doesn't have over 20% of the supply, yada, 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 yada. We're not going to get into all those standards that are interesting, but it no longer becomes an investment contract, a security, and it's only traded on secondary markets, yada, yada, yada. So Jay Clayton, the chairman, repeatedly endorsed that speech that I believe, unless this has changed, is still up on the SEC website. So this idea that the SEC is being clear at all at what digital assets or securities is a joke. Frankly, it's an absolute joke. And it seems beyond comprehension that any court would take them seriously. Certainly on Ether. But what XRP believes is that all of these emails and this idea that he's going to reach out to Vitalik and all of this saying that Ether is not a security, and at the same time suing XRP shows an extreme favoritism, and I would assume that they believe corruption because of their bags or something against XRP. Now, I don't really know a ton about the way that XRP was distributed initially. Seems that they believe that it was distributed in a very similar way to Ethereum. So it feels unfair to them, right? So there's that. There's that email. What else? We talked about that. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. These are all the Binance things. All right, we talked talked about that too. Okay, I guess I really want to talk about that Binance thing. All my shit's that. What's this? Oh, if you guys want some, this is a Bloomberg article. I saw it there. This is some doom and gloom. If you'd like, altcoin delete. Creative. U.S. regulatory crackdown on crypto may create room for a different kind of token. CBDC. It's almost like that's the plan, folks. What do you think? Let's see what propaganda this guy's spewing. The entire business model of cryptocurrency is at risk of falling apart, and Wall Street firms couldn't be any happier. Let's make the Wall Street firms happy. That's what crypto's for. Now that the SEC has decided to regulate a range of widely traded digital coins and securities and sued two of their largest trading venues for peddling them without first registering the tokens with the authority, there is a good chance that blockchain leadership may finally pass over to regulated banks. From the perspective of financial stability, a change of guard would be welcome. Crypto exchanges burst through a gap left unplugged by Satoshi Nakamoto. All right, we're not going to get into that. If crisis of liquidity and solvency in the crypto industry haven't yet threatened mainstream finance, that's only because of their limited linkages. It's only a matter of time, however, before the two get more closely intertwined. Some of that commingling may well happen outside the U.S. Even as the SEC was tightening the screws, a Hong Kong lawmaker took to Twitter to invite virtual asset trading operators to come to the city, which pushed ahead with the new regulatory regime on June 1st. Hong Kong's crypto hub ambitions have Beijing's quiet backing. Ultimately, though, the thinking in Washington will prevail, as no financial center of repute will want to risk its stability for sake of additional business. And the regulatory mood in the U.S. is pretty clear. While Ripple Labs and its top executives were accused by the SEC in late 2020 of selling XRP tokens without registering them, it was FTX, the one that Gary actually met with. Following the lawsuits, banks are withdrawing support from Binance US's site, whose customers will no longer be able to bring in or take out dollars. Meanwhile, Coinbase, which has denied the SEC's allegations that it acted as an exchange, broker-dealer, and clearinghouse, all without registering with the agency for any of those roles, is under pressure from state regulators who are demanding that the biggest halt its staking program. The overall message from authorities is this: investors should be gradually pushed out of the unregulated corners of the cryptocurrency world without depriving them of the efficiencies of decentralized ledgers, smart contracts, or some other vaunted innovation. Let the average retail customer of a bank put a portion of their deposits on the blockchain. As long as a well-regulated depository institution channels those savings, there will be no reason to worry about additional systemic risk. So just put banks in between retail and the blockchain, right? Gatekeep. What we need more of is gatekeepers, is what this article is telling us. Returns for investors will come not from excessive leverage, but fractionalization. Investing opportunities typically reserved for wealthy private banking clients. Okay, so that's the fun part, right? This fits well with the Bank for International Settlements vision of a unified ledger. Central bank digital currencies will sit in one part of the ledger, while bank deposit coins will be housed in another. Behind another partition will lie all the real-world assets one could buy. The whole thing will be analogous to a smartphone. So he's saying how the tradition, what he's pointing out, what he thinks needs to happen, apparently, and I'm reading this fast, is that we need the decentralized access to different blockchains to die, and we need middlemen to gatekeep access to this. But then we can tokenize things, and it can actually push the traditional finance world forward in a cool way. Mainstream finance, supervised by national monetary authorities, has long viewed the crypto industry as a fundamentally unstable and socially useless. Unregulated exchanges, stablecoins resembling money market funds, and speculative altcoins, stuff other than Bitcoin and Ether, have undoubtedly pioneered many blockchain applications. Going forward, licensed financial institutions like Chase may as well take control of the technology. Going forward, licensed financial institutions like JP Morgan, Chase and Company may as well take control of the technology. Oh my God. After all, tokenized customer deposits will offer all the functionalities of programmable money. So why not promote them in smart contracts as an alternative to stablecoins like Circle? Oh my God. Bleak. I talked about it, but this is U.S. judge rebuffs SEC request for Binance U.S. asset freeze for now. And there's absolutely no need for a restraining order. At times, the judge seemed frustrated by the responses she was hearing when asking whether any Binance U.S. customer funds had actually left the U.S. after multiple SEC attorneys said they were mainly concerned about the fact that Binance's global platform controlled enough private key shards to move funds. I want to know, and she's like, I want to know if it's happening or not. It's stunning that I've had to ask each of you of this. Earlier in the day, the judge hinted she may have been inclined to grant some sort of restriction on Binance access to Binance U.S. assets, but not a full restraining order, ordering the companies to reconcile the proposed restrictions and ordering the SEC to contrast what it wanted with the companies proposed in lieu of the restraining order itself. And then the SEC said, we're open to business continuing to operate. And representatives of Binance US said they mainly wanted to be allowed normal operating expenses and they were not willing to accept the death penalty. Fair said Binance US had constantly changed its story about how crypto assets and funds were held. From Binance US telling the SEC that it had an agreement with Binance to saying the agreement was not operational to saying the non-operational agreement had been suspended. Okay, so we don't need to get into that bullshit. Okay, so it seems like the SEC and Binance are having a back and forth about whether they're going to shut down or not. So we're going to see very soon. Probably, I think they have to come to a decision. I think this article tells you this, and I'm not going to waste our time looking for it. But I think they have a deadline of tomorrow, and they're going to have to come to some deal. And I would not be surprised if that deal includes Binance giving up on Binance US. So tomorrow may be the day that Binance US shuts down, but who knows? I'm still a little from that month I took off of the show. Was it a whole month? I have no idea, but I'm still a little, I didn't tap in as close. So I could be wrong on some of this stuff. Judge Jackson also dove into, Brennan Jackson is her name, I guess. The foundational question of the heart of the suit. What makes a crypto asset a security? And is it a commodity if it isn't a security? Though the judge asked some elementary questions about the issue, she was not satisfied with the answers. Near the opening of the hearing, the judge asked SEC attorneys to distinguish between a crypto asset and a crypto asset security. SEC attorney Matthew Scarlato told the judge that the regulator had provided several examples of cryptos that believed were securities in the broader complaint, but was also reserving the right to assess the rest of the tokens on the exchanges later. The judge asked the SEC and later Binance whether the other cryptocurrencies were commodities. The ones that you're not calling securities, what are they? She asked, diving into the heart of an issue that's vexed the crypto industry for years. She later asked Matthew Martins, an attorney representing Binance, if BNB is a commodity since the company had argued it was a security. It's a crypto asset, Martin said. What is that? Nobody wants to tell me. I actually kind of like her. So hopefully she does a good job there. Seems like she is, actually. At least she's being fair, apparently. That's the thing about judges. Some of them are fair. All right. I don't know anything about her, though, to be honest. Okay. Nothing here. Hawkish rate hike pause. So we're going to get a hawkish rate hike pause. eToro delisted a bunch of, that was named by the SEC. Big fear. If you're in Algorand or even like Ada or Atom or any of these. Atom was, I think, no, not Atom. I guess that was Osmo. Doesn't matter. But yeah, getting delisted from things like Coinbase and Kraken would be a massive, massive blow. It seems like Coinbase isn't going to do that, but hopefully they'll continue to fight and continue to support these coins that are tokens that have are getting heat right now. And then the SEC, by the way, makes a recommendation on Coinbase petition within 4 months. They don't want to give any answers. They don't want to give any guidance. They just want you to know that you already know. Really frustrating. Okay. I'm going to come back to you guys in a second. All right, so here's what I've been talking about. Let's make sure you guys can see all this shit. Here's what I've been talking about, kind of hinting at. This is now, and I don't know all the details here, but this guy, I have no idea who this guy is, but this is his tweet. His name is Skew. Can confirm this is true. Looks like BTC is being sold off for USDT reserves. Tether reserves are being pumped into BNB aggressively since the 27th of May. BNB is being sold off for BUSD to suppress volatility in BTC. BUSD is pumped into BTC to suppress downside volatility so BTC can be swapped out for USDT. This is technically market manipulation. Binance is definitely up to something here to prevent BNB from crashing as well as BTC. Binance and CZ have been selling spot Bitcoin at an alarming rate to defend the BNB 220 liquidation waterfall. As spot Bitcoin is sold off, BNB is purchased, which defends the $220 liquidation, but also caps the upside potential of Bitcoin. It's a total house of cards. Kill everything around you to defend your creation. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Does CZ have any kids, or is BNB his designated child? Adam Back, sometimes rumored to be Satoshi, responded, hard to evaluate that extrapolation to me, but I think Binance's Bitcoin treasury holdings, which they could sell some of to buy up or defend BNB levels, I guess. What do you guys think about this? It's bleak, that's for sure. Luckily, CZ doesn't have somebody like Sam Bankman-Fried holding a ton of BNB, or else revenge could be in store, couldn't it? Okay, we read that. And then we had CZ saying that, I mean, this is the block, isn't selling Bitcoin. We talked about this earlier. We don't need to get into that. Does the block, we haven't looked at the block. Does the block have anything interesting? Binance applies to deregister its local entity in Cyprus. Okay. What's going on there? SEC needs 4 more months to respond to Coinbase. All right. Nothing. Blockworks. Court order allows Bittrex to unlock crypto withdrawals on June 15th. The court's decision follows opposition by the U.S. Department of Justice, which argued that Bittrex's request for withdrawals was premature. Good. Let people take their money. Maxine Waters is surprised by strong advocacy for CFTC crypto oversight. Lawmakers continued to spar over token classification processes Tuesday during another crypto hearing in the House Financial Services Committee. You know, there's a couple of heroes here. And it's the guy from, North Carolina? McHenry or something? Patrick McHenry, and Glenn Thompson, I think, is another one. These guys are fighting. They're fighting the SEC. Let's see what Maxine says. She's sometimes somebody that has a less negative tone towards the industry. In terms of how to classify crypto tokens and fit them into existing Republican committee members continue to largely push for more involvement from the CFTC. I did not anticipate that we would have such strong advocacy for the CFTC. Okay. So what's the point? Garrison, witness Coy Garrison, a former counsel to the SEC, Hester Pierce, pointed out that both the CFTC and the SEC have roles in the future of crypto regulation and further congressional clarity is needed. Sweeping statements that nearly all digital assets or securities are not securities ignore the complexity of the analysis and distract from finding a workable solution to the numerous legal and regulatory issues involving in this context. The application of the Howey test to digital assets is not always a straightforward exercise. Then David Scott from Georgia argued the SEC's position. The bill suggests, they're trying to change the SEC. The bill suggests that the SEC remove the chair position, which Gary Gensler currently holds, and instead appoint an executive director to oversee operations. Davidson and Emmer also propose adding a sixth SEC commissioner. There are currently 5, including Gensler, which are nominated by the president and approved by the Senate. I appreciate that so much innovation is happening in our country. I hope we can keep some of it here. Like, for real. If the existing framework and existing laws are fully adequate, why can't the chairman of the SEC answer that? It'll tell you it's not clear enough, like about whether Ether is a security or not. Go back to that. Okay, and this is the last of the. This is another article about. This guy's just talking about unusual price action on loads of selling pressure on Bitcoin not present on other exchanges. More cannon fodder that they may be selling spot BTC to prop up BNB. The 220 level is being staunchly defended. Maybe a liquidation level for a BNB collateralized loan. CZ cries FUD again. Your eyes deceive you. Type beat. Publish an audited financial statement that proves Binance has no BNB collateralized liabilities, and the FUD ends. Until then, BNB pumping while BTC trades at a discount on Binance is suspicious. And by the way, it's not just Binance. There's a whole bunch of shadow companies, or not even shadow companies, just other companies that CZ is part of. So it could be any entity. My holdings 99% BNB and 1% in BTC. Not the best tweet. The question is, do they sell their own Bitcoin or use the FTX rule book and sell their customers without consent? Sorry, I just literally forgot I was on. You guys were watching me. Did you see me fall asleep? I'm not talking. I need to talk. If I stop talking, this whole house of cards falls apart. Why is Michael Saylor trending? I need to go back and talk to you guys. Polygon, Gavin Newsom, Judge Torres. Okay, I don't see anything exciting. I had a couple of things here. Here's mine. You can come on to Twitter, follow me. Let's get this number up. It helps. I retweeted earlier the Wolf of Wall Streets. Delistings continue. Also, the SEC chairman praising Algorand. If you want to see that, this guy Joyride being supportive. Appreciate you. And then Fortune Magazine 2018 video has surfaced that shows now Chairman Gary Gensler saying that 75% of the crypto market is outside the legal definition of a security. Come on, dude. This awesome thing, Pyrenees Pack. Jorge, great artist, wonderful NFT project on Algorand. He's got the Coop shirt, got the hair, looking good. Zone is lifting off in 3 hours, so that's got to be live. Should we check it out? We can check that out. Did you vote? Did you vote, Algorand? But here we go. I'm trying to find John Deaton, XRP. I thought this was a pretty galvanizing tweet. You, sir, are a bad faith regulator. Crypto investors needed you regarding Celsius and FTX. Instead, you met the crypto's biggest fraudster, SBF, simply because he bought access to you and the SEC through political donations. While meeting multiple times with the Bernie Madoff of crypto, you attacked American companies like Library, Ripple, Dragon Chain, and many more, all non-fraud cases. The American public needs protection for sure from you. Doesn't that feel good? I felt like I read that well. With passion. The chief legal officer, I believe is his title, Paul Grewal from Coinbase. A few minutes ago, the SEC filed its response to the last week's Third Circuit. You can read it for yourself below, together with my own initial read of it. They repeat the fallacy that they haven't made any decision on new crypto rules. They refuse to commit to any deadline despite the court's explicit order. They instead anticipate making a recommendation in 120 days. And most importantly, they ignore the clear statements of the chair that confirm they have no intent to issue new rules, and instead conflate the evidence of a decision those statements provide with an argument that the statements are themselves a decision. And then you can read all that tiny print all by yourself in the comfort of your home. It's wearing a lot of purple, a little kitty bag. All right. XRP is mad at Ethereum. Why is Polygon trending? It's kind of pretty. All right. There we go. What's going on, guys? Are you okay? Are we happy? How are we feeling? We sad? We happy? How you doing? When MetaMask, Algorand, I hear it's supposed to be Q3. That's what I hear. It's being SEC security. It's literally, right? SEC just basically stands for the word security. Yeah, MetaMask, which, God, do we need that? We need something. A browser extension wallet would be fancy. Mr. Joker, they're fishing for votes next year. Adam and Hal. Yeah. SEC's giving us a buy list. Which NFT collection will your local banker rock as their PFP? That clearly was when I was reading that altcoin delete article. That's funny. Need more bankers in crypto. What we need, guys, and you guys are joking, but what would be great is if we could get all these bankers so we can put them in between us and our money. Just all we need is banks. Hasn't the last 6 months just proven? Hasn't 2023? We're in 2023, right? Hasn't 2023 proven that banks are where it's at? We need them to control it. We need those gatekeepers. Oh my God, like it's so frustrating. We need a revolution. Voting won't fix the corruption at every level. Aren't you about to have a kid? You don't want a revolution. You want to vote in people that are reasonable. Anyways, federal government has become a joke. It's just a power-hungry group of politicians using in real-life issues as a way to scare the masses from their wealth or ability to earn it. Yeah. And Prince Andrew being evicted from his royal residence by the king because he was with Epstein too. So he got fully evicted, huh? I didn't see that. Waiting. I mean, I know that they were at odds because didn't Andrew not get invited to the coronation or something? I don't know. I don't follow that at all. Waiting for the solar flare that knocks all the phones out. People wake up and put all these crooks on the block. What is what? What is what? Binance got a good judge. Matic. Yes, they did. SEC is giving us a buy list. Yep. Clowns. Jerpow. Make money. Printer go. Burr. BNB burns every quarter. It'll be a nice play long term. Oof. Well, yeah, not for me. That's too risky for me. I mean, there's probably money to be made if everything works out, but that's way too risky for me. Yeah, exactly. His next comment, assuming Binance doesn't shut down. And that, I mean, Binance International shutting down is probably a long shot, but Binance US, like I said, I think it could happen tomorrow. Could even happen today. Has it happened in the last 30 seconds? We don't even know. I'd say $5 Coop. That would be crazy. Sheck says Adam and Hal. I believe when I was reading the Adam Bach comment Adam Bach comment. Yeah, I think it's actually Nick and Hal, but maybe Adam was involved too. They're fishing for votes next year. When MetaMask, SEC is a security. Did you watch Kramer video fighting Algorand? I actually didn't. I need to. He said it's a scam. Did he say anything other than it's a scam? Did he know anything about it? Or is he just repeating what Gary told him? Earning that Pepe and Coop on Fractal. Oh, you got to the boss. It took me 4 tries and I got 5 Coop. Hey man, if Andy's right, he just made $25. Win Coop shilling. I'm not doing that, Bunsen. I'm not doing that. I will repeat over and over. Are you watching? Is everybody paying attention? One of the most amazing things about Coopcoin is that I am totally non-essential. I am truly just genuinely blown away and surprised what the community has put together with Coop. Like, I didn't do any of that shit. Coopcoin, per my vision, was going to be like choose your own adventure books for the Devin story. Was Devin going in season 2? Was he going to continue to Bitcoin Beach to turn it into Coopcoin Beach? Or was he going to fly to England to destroy Micah to get the SEC back on their side so they look better? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I was going to provide that. And then you could, if you held Coopcoin, maybe you could vote like a choose your own adventure book. But no, you people created markets. You people created a rewards vault. You people created all this cool shit based on an accident. And the accident actually was good, though. I will recognize what I did. And what I did do is I got people engaged and I was able to distribute this to enough unique human beings, not wallets, human beings. It was spread out amongst enough people for this to work and for it not to be able to be destroyed by a rugger that created the coin, because I held none of it. I kept none of it. So anyways, I love it and I love what's happening with it. And I want to continue to enjoy it and have fun with it. But it's the community's coin, not the Coop coin. Oh, it is the Coop coin, but it's the community Coop coin. Anyway, sorry. Because I have 3 children. So let's be careful, please. Take care of Coop. Got to take care of Coop here because I genuinely didn't do this on purpose. Okay. A little scared. But it is, I mean, I tweeted about it yesterday and then I think I deleted it because I got scared because somebody reached out to me and said, hey, dude, you should be scared. And I was like, that's not what I mean. It's not what I mean. And I even said it in the thread that I'm non-essential, but it's like, look, I'll say it again, though. It's incredible. It's incredible what happened with it. And it's not a meme coin anymore. It's funny that people that are making memes, it's hilarious. And, you know, I guess, you know, I'm starting to realize that we talked about how my mom wouldn't like those pictures, but memes like those pictures. And so, you know, I try to provide that for the memes, I guess. I don't know. But it's just it's become this incredible, with all the locking of people are locking up their coin, their Coop. I think almost 10% of the supply is locked. The fourth largest holder is a rewards vault that none of it came from pre-mine. It's 100% donated with weird inflection. 100% donated by the community, which is almost 30, probably more now because of the price, and who knows how many more donations have been in there. It's like $30,000. Anyways, pretty incredible. The Coop community, co-op. People are laughing at me because of my fear. You guys are laughing at fear. It's pretty cool. Oh, we need a wiki. We do. Esmeralda is on his tail. Run. Coop bringing true narrative utility to Coop with choose your own adventure. I loved those books. I loved choose your own adventure books when I was like, those were like the first books I read. That and like, what's the girl? Ramona. I read Ramona too. And I mean, I read all that shit. Okay. You guys don't need to know what I was reading when I was 6 years old. Okay. I'm very happy to set it up if people will contribute because I'm still partially out of the loop. I don't know what he's talking about, but that's okay. I'm sure you guys do. Thanks for one Pepe, Coop. Did I give you a Pepe? The Coop talk was epic. Are aliens real, Coop? I'm not leaving until I get answers. I'll let you guys know. I don't know. I don't know if they're real. Sometimes I think they're real. But Elon said recently that he has seen no evidence of existence of aliens. So that was a blow. You would think you would hope that if you're rooting for aliens at this point, because the world is so stable right now. Don't get me talking about the Apple goggles again. Coopcoin to the moon. It's about the gains and the things you're gonna get. I didn't even do a good Devin. Jesus. Vestige, Mr. Joker. They are locking their Coop at Vestige. Oh man, honestly, that's hilarious. And I don't want to go away anytime soon. I have a beautiful 11-month son, a 9-year-old son, a 6-year-old daughter. So I plan on sticking around for a long time. But on my gravestone, it probably would be appropriate for haha, I'm in danger. Oh boy, that's the way I live my life. I've lived my life like that for a long time. I think that's why I loved stand-up. And why I probably have to get back to doing that. If I could escalate this to a level where this was financially causing, created financial freedom for me, I would do more stand-up because I can't dedicate, I need to make actual money at this point. But I have a love for stand-up comedy. And I think it's because I feel so at risk and danger. I mean, every time before I would walk on stage of those, on those stages, I would stand there and I would be watching the comic before me. Sometimes I was the first comic. I'd watch the MC, and it felt like, okay, I want to die right now. Like I would almost rather die right now, but I have to walk up there. And I'd walk up there, be like, just die right now. It's a great time. And then you get up there and you look at all the people and you always make sure you have a good joke, a quick, easy joke at the beginning. And then you see the people laugh and then it's life. And it's just like this insane, feels like such a dangerous situation to me. Some people probably don't see it that way, but it's like this, it's just like from wanting to die to never feeling more alive. Oh God, I miss it. Anyways. Yeah, I do miss it. I like that weird flex. Well, Elon is a plant, so that means nothing, right? He's just covering for him. All right. That'd be awesome. Well, I promise the first Coop event that we do, if this thing continues to escalate and you guys continue to have fun with this, I will definitely be at the Coop event and I'll have a set for you guys. I think it'll be fun. I think it would be appropriate at the Coop event that Coop emceed, right? I'm there for you for that. Should have done a surprise set at the cipher, roasted the foundation. Well, the issue I've noticed, and I've been to a few of these, and they've asked me to go on stage, and each of them, I've had a few jokes that I kind of thought about, but I didn't really plan out. But I was like, oh God, if it feels right, I'll just go for it. And every time I'd go on stage, it's just like it's the morning or the middle of the day. Everyone's on their computers. They're just looking for information. They didn't want it. So I couldn't really turn those into a comedy club. You could tell the audience wasn't into it. And I'd have to be funnier than I probably was going to be in order to make it work. And I knew that. But a Coop event, I have a feeling you guys might be into my jokes. to the cheesecake. Does aliens use crypto? Coop, you should do a private comedy show. That'll be fun. I mean, I guess I could work on a set and stream it, and maybe like have like an online comedy show where you pay Coop and you can only the people, you can, I don't know, maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll be like an event. We can have like some sort of Coop event where I come up with a set and I can set up in my garage or something, and I'll do it like I have a comedy. It's just hard with nobody laughing. I'm way too rusty to do comedy right now without an audience. Like my joke writing is rusty as hell. NFTs made by Blockrunner. I was thinking about Coop NFTs by Blockrunner too. Were you, Algobama? Were you thinking about that? I like what you're thinking. Please reach out. You can pay 400 Coop for 2 pizzas now. That's so crazy. What did Vince say? I missed it. I don't see Vince. Coop's going to pull a Tiny Tim and die on stage. Okay, we're at 7:25, but I went to a college. I was an actor when I was a younger guy. I guess I still am. I do commercials every once in a while, but I don't pursue it. But I was in a play called Cat in a Hot Tin Roof. And I don't know, you may have seen the movie. It's a Paul Newman movie from way back in the day. But the lead guy is an alcoholic, former athlete, kind of abusive to his wife. He's a mess. But anyways, there's the relationship between the main character that I played, Brick, the Paul Newman character, and his dad is integral to the whole story. It's like him and his wife and him and his dad. And there was a guy that played the dad, Big Daddy is what the character's name is. And we did it. And he was a little like, we got to like the dress rehearsals, and we were performing for audiences. And he was a little all over the place. He was never remembering his lines. It's really hard. There's a lot of lines. We had this massive scene. It's like the main scene in the entire play. And he would like skip 5 pages and then go back 3 pages. Like he was all over the place with the script, and it was really hard to keep up. But I love the guy. He was really nice. Anyways, inspired by Vince, that man died on stage. He had a heart attack, laid down backstage. Ambulance came, died at the hospital. He didn't actually die on stage, but he had a heart attack on stage. So I've experienced that on some level. I just got sad. That guy was really nice, actually. His name was not Bill Pullman. That's anyways, you don't care. I want to see Devin perform Tiptoe through the. I heard YouTube shorts are quite easy to viralize and grow. I should probably do. Yeah. Why am I not putting Devin on YouTube shorts? Well, because this is something that maybe you guys, Bam is in here. Maybe some other guys are in here that know about this stuff better than I do. I pulled most of the Devin videos off of Twitter, so they don't exist anywhere. There's the 2 latest ones are still up. I guess I'll pull those soon. And I was thinking about turning those into NFTs and making them exclusive to NFTs as a way to kind of, allow ownership of that in these early kind of days. I mean, I that's another thing that I think that there's, I think there's a story there. And and I have friends, that could probably help me with this. So, but these early kind of, obviously, if it were going to go more mainstream, they'd have to look better than what it is, and it would be more involved. But I was thinking about turning those into NFTs as a way for people to have ownership of this early stuff, maybe give access. I floated the potential of me like handing over and allowing the Coop DAO to manage that. But if that's not something that can be organized or is necessary, I don't need that as well. But is it possible to kind of, create these video NFTs like that are about 2 minutes long and, maybe multi-mint them to a certain amount and sell them for a certain amount? Like, is that an easy thing for me to do? Yeah, audience response is key, especially for, I'm going back. I know Sheck has some experience at this, and especially if you're rusty and, and, and when you're failing, you lean on your charisma. Yeah, audience is key. Seeing you go full Ricky Gervais at Decipher would be epic. Oh God, get a laugh track. Yeah, that's fair. I know. Yeah, if I'm, the last 6 months this year I've been more willing to speak my mind too. So I'm much less scared about, I don't want to please people as much as I used to. That's right, Michael. I will not be broke, Toshi. Fun story, Coop. Jesus, fun story, Coop. I got more stories. Oh, yeah, I'm not even going to go there. That's a laughter of a story. Yeah, the cat in the hot tin roof story was meant to be a joke. You guys didn't get it? Oh, shit. Do an alpha series. Make a production quality version when we've spent our Coop on the alphas. That would be exactly, Leslie. That's exactly what it would be. It would be like an alpha story, alpha series that potentially could, fund the real. Like I said, I do have some friends. If Coop auctions for the OG Devin videos. So, Bama, are you suggesting that each video only has one in existence, so only one person can own it? I don't know, Andy, because I would want it to be, I don't want to sell Coop. Problem about selling them for Coop is that I don't want to sell Coop. And I want it to fund something. So I would almost probably rather have it be USDC. Devin's giving away one Coop for two Coop. Yeah, just send one Coop to Devin, and that's funny. That's a joke I should have thought of in the show. Can't do it now. Limited multis. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys, but maybe for the first ones, 101 is more exciting, but multi-mint might be a better fundraiser. I'm not sure. Maybe that's true. Maybe auctioning yeah. Okay. I don't even know how many I have at this point. I was going to have the season end with him disappearing, with Devin disappearing with Esmeralda, but then I kind of continued the season by him escaping because she was nagging him. And now, you guys all know where we're at now. There's a group of people living in the Guatemalan forest that have been waiting for a tall mustachioed man that's their savior. And he can't believe that they think it's him, and they're feeding him a lot of red wine and chicken. So Devin's super happy right now, as the kind of accidental cult leader. There's so many fun places that I could go with this. All right. Alpha appetite. Yeah, that's Joker, right? Adding Coop to Coop USDC is no brainer. Well, yeah, with all of the things and Coop's stability and stuff, it seems like that Coop USDC pool is a good one. I like multi-mint supporters can ape in, and you don't only need one person to max value. I mean, that's the deal. Is that since there's 12 of them, it's potentially not the same. Yeah, a couple of big wallets can get a couple of them, but they're not. I see what you're saying. But you want them to feel limited because these are the early things that which could be pretty cool, by the way, if for some reason Devin turned into something bigger to be in possession of the early stuff. That would be, I can see how that would be fun. Well, I mean, it's funny. 30 million of them, 21. Yeah, the same amount as the coin. Have as many of each video as the coin. I mean, that's an unlimited. Unlimited. Hey guys, late but enjoy Coop. Always speaking so loud into the mic. Did I turn it up today? Well, it's good. At least you can hear me. No face. All right. I'm going to hang up here. You guys we're having this chat though. It's fun. Does Deb know that they'll sacrifice him to the volcano once he's fat enough? Oh God. Are they fattening him up? Smokey? God, I didn't even think of that angle. Oh man. That double chin that it looks like he has, they don't need to do much. Fuck. I was looking at that and I was like, man, you're just like, it doesn't look like I have a double chin, right, guys? My chin's fine. Shit. My wife hates me enough to where I feel an obligation to stay in good shape. So I can't be presenting myself always with a double chin like that. The vitriol is real. I'm not even joking. Has nothing to do with algo. I'm just kidding. Part. Mr. Unlimited. All right. Have a good day, Coop. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. We don't need another one. We love it. What's with all the ASA meme coins popping up? There's too many. There's definitely too many. All right. I'll see you guys Friday. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your Wednesday. We'll see what the Fed says. And it's probably going to say what they're telling us they're going to say. But I guess it's always in the talking portion at the end. See you Friday with shorter